Cybertron.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Three Dorks Plays. I am Optimus Prime.
Oh my god!
No. Cheesy as all hell, but welcome to a new series. We went from, well, death and Termina to a bloody war between giant robots.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is probably I think these are the only good Transformers games. I haven't played a lot of them, but it's really two standalone ones. The movie games or this. So, not a lot of quality, unfortunately, for this brand. But this one and its sequel are seen as the better games in the series.
Okay.
Because they're not related to... I think they're related to the cartoon, like the Transformers Prime cartoon. But as it's a prequel to the entire thing, it's not really constrained by any cartoon series for what it does.
Okay.
Because I remember... I watched this one YouTuber that talks about the history of Transformers throughout their different cartoon interpretations and etc.
Mm-hmm.
I think the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron video games fall in what's called the aligned continuity, which is where a lot of their I think quite a few of their comic books take place. I don't know if the comic books take place, but Transformers Prime and the cartoons after it, I think, take place in that continuity. So I guess this is like the prequel to the Transformers Prime animated series. And also, one of the... I think after the movies, this is the first time Peter Cullen's been involved with Transformers again.
Oh, he does the voice for this?
He does the voice of Optimus Prime, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got a lot of love from this game, and when I played it when it first released. What are you checking for, game? Check a little faster. It's like checking for what? Checking for existence?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's only 69% sure my system exists. Obviously, we're gonna go with the campaign. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start a new file. Don't read campaign files. You don't need to. Chapter select. Yeah, only 10 chapters, so it's a relatively short game. I remember the different chapters are not 2 minutes long, though. Yeah, we'll play on medium. So yeah, we'll play chapter 1. Decepticons. Okay, do we want to play the tank boy, the car boy, or Megatron?
Wait, you have to be a bad boy?
Yeah, the game starts with the Decepticons. It's basically you start with the Decepticons, see them gain power, and then you switch to the Autobots and fix their mess.
Megatron.
Go with Megatron.
Yeah.
The big lad of the Decepticons. If I remember, most chapters have the option to play as Optimus and Megatron.
Civil war has ravaged Cybertron, homeworld to the Transformers.
I think there's only a couple chapters where you don't.
Megatron, leader of
Mostly
the
flying chapters because they can't fly.
discovered an ancient power that will give him the edge to win.
Why can't they fly?
You're giving me a... Oh, because of their alternate modes.
Right.
In this one, Megatron is a tank.
Locked away in an orbital
Movies couldn't decide what the fuck he was. Like the live action movies. First one he was a jet. Second one he was a tank. I don't remember what he was in the third one. And I don't think I watched... Was last night the fourth one or the fifth one?
I have no idea. I haven't watched any of the Mark Wahlberg ones.
I think I watched the first Mark Wahlberg one. I think that's the fourth one. The first Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah.
I am certain barricade, and when I find it, the balance of this war with the Autobots will finally tip in my
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if they got Frank Welker back to do Megatron. I can't remember. But if they did, that'd be both of the original voice actors for these roles. Because the original Frank Welker did Megatron and Soundwave in the original cartoon, while Peter Cullen was Optimus and Ironhide in the original.
Yeah.
This is just Transformers is almost a very strange form of nostalgia for me, because I was born in '92, but the original Transformers cartoon ended in '87, I think. But I think my mom had a friend at work that had like the VHSs of the original show.
Okay.
And that's how we were introduced to it.
Neat.
Yeah, this is a third-person shooter.
Huh.
Yeah, and L3 you transform. And this, honestly, that alone is what I find really cool about this for a game, at least. Is that you can transform on a whim. You can 100% use that for the entirety of the game, except for platforming. But I mean, obviously, a tank is not going to platform well.
No.
It also implies in this storyline that Starscream was not originally a Decepticon. Despite him being, well, the most traitorous of Decepticons. I also kind of appreciate the kind of weird designs they give all the characters. They still have elements that scream their original kind of inspirations. But they're not, like, that still looked like G1 Starscream, but it wasn't, obviously it wasn't. Yeah. Decepticon reinforcements. And Megatron is a fucking dick.
The honor is all yours.
So I want to open this door. Oh, I don't have to go that way. I can use the tank. Funny enough, despite his arm cannon being the tank's main gun, like design-wise, it uses separate ammo. Like, I've got 6 shots of that, but his fusion cannon still has 20. I keep forgetting the key. I haven't played this game in a little while, so the buttons are not quite second nature at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so used to shooters using the bottom, like R2 and L2.
Okay.
No, it's R1 and L1. L1's aim, R1's fire. Yeah, the transformation animations aren't exactly fluid. But given the absurdity of their designs, I guess that makes sense. I forget how I get new weapons in this game, because you were allowed a secondary. Get out of that.
Those fools need to catch us in an ambush at the next door. Fat chance. I can use that crane to reach the trash.
Can I get some ammo?
Ambush their
No.
ambush. I like it.
Incoming enemies.
Hit you.
I'm so glad the AI is absolutely worthless. Not in like what they contribute, more just worthless in that if they can't die.
I know you're in the middle of a game, but I really need to show you something because I'm highly disturbed and I'm not suffering alone.
Why? What's this?
Squirrel balls.
Lovely. Well, have you heard the story of tanukis?
What?
In Japanese folklore, tanuki's testicles are so large that they swing them over their shoulder like a sack,
And I want everything ready.
and it's a sign of like good fortune or something.
Starscream, the ambush is set. They won't make it past us.
I shall hold you to that, soldier.
Yes, sir.
This is almost too easy.
Good secondary. Or just ammo for my primary. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite.
Crush them!
Where are you going out of that? Here? Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm good. Yeah, it's one of those games where there's health around the area. I need ammo. You are bulky for taking a tank shell like that. Can I get ammo, please? Where is the ammo? Oh, there's ammunition.
Megatron! I thought you'd be scrap metal by now. Your
No,
survival
no Starscream.
is me.
I shall not be denied, Starscream. Surrender your Dark Energon program to me immediately!
Dark Energon? Are you mad? Dark Energon brings only death and chaos.
Boom. Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom.
And put it into space, please. Patience, Thrall. Starscream knows this station
I
inside.
forget what energon chips are for.
You're used to us.
It's just the little things that are dropped. I'm not actually looking for an answer. I just forget what they're used for. It might be abilities. No, it goes up on its own. Huh. Smashy, smashy.
Smashy, smashy.
Smashy, smashy.
Wow, that's a pretty long drop.
Jump, you fool!
Oh no. Yeah, fall damage isn't a thing.
But, Megatron, how do we get out?
Call in reinforcements.
Boom.
Decepticons, mount those turrets. We'll cut them down with their own weaponry.
Ah, yes, turret sections. It's kind of cathartic about turret sections.
Yeah, you
just
get
have-
a lot of bullets.
Just have limitless ammo. Just hold down the fire button and things eventually stop moving. What's kind of neat about this game is you have the option to actually detach turrets, but it does give them a limited ammo supply. Deaded. You can take this with me.
Useful weapon for one such as Megatron.
thank you. I need Energon. Because I took damage. Stop moving and die. You don't have a name. You don't live in this universe. Yay. Stop that. Energon. Although it does kind of make one of this game's main, like one of the driving points of the story a bit moot.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons, I can't remember if it's the reasons for the war or just one of the results of it, is an energon shortage, which is like the lifeblood. It's basically their natural resources, but it also powers everything for Transformers.
Okay.
But then you find energon containers everywhere. Just to refill your HP. Any more Autobots? Any more think they can stand up to the mighty Megatron?
I could kick Megatron's ass.
Could you?
I could.
Big mean robot boy?
Yeah. Man, all I gotta do is take the batteries out.
That's fair.
Or, like, leave them unplugged for too long.
Pull back! Pull back!
There is no goddamn way that they don't have to, like, charge or something. That they just have infinite battery. There's no way.
No, it's more like they have energon, which is like their lifeblood.
But it's a machine. Machines
it's
don't run without some kind of power.
It's a living machine.
Okay, but it would still need some kind of power to function.
Thank you for joining us, Brawl. You just spawned out of nowhere.
Yep.
Oh yes, Jetfire.
Name is Jetfire. I'm not here to fight.
That makes one of us. Speak your piece.
No, I can't transform right now. I have to listen to his spiel.
The horrors of what Dark Energon can do, Megatron. It is not to be trifled with.
I don't know, this space alien robot, it's a British accent.
You cannot frighten me, Jetfire. I will use.
Also, fun fact about Jetfire as a character, he had some issues with the original cartoon.
Okay.
Because apparently the toy that they used for Jetfire was, I think, heavily inspired by either that or another, like, marketing firm in America had the rights to Jetfire's name. So,
Okay.
even though in the cartoon they had already recorded lines with Jetfire, they had to... Actually, I think it was a marketing firm for a different anime that used a similar design. Because a lot of the Transformer designs were actually Japanese toys that Hasbro imported to make into the Transformers franchise in North America.
Okay.
Well, I think Jetfire's toy was made for a different anime initially. And, like, I don't think the Transformers actually had an anime in Japan before they came to North America.
Okay.
But there was an anime that Jetfire was made for initially that wasn't in North America at the time, but by the time his episode was going to air, that anime had been brought over.
Okay.
So because his original design was technically copyrighted by, I think, 2 different companies, they couldn't use it. So they had to completely redesign Jetfire's robot mode, at least,
Okay.
for Western audiences, and rename him Skyfire for the G1 cartoon to even air his episode. It was a marketing nightmare, apparently, for Hasbro. But apparently it was different involving Optimus in Europe. Apparently it was another marketing issue with him in Europe. Brawl, get out of the way, man.
It's like, nah, fam, I'm good.
I'm trying to shoot tank things. It's not shells, because, you know, it's energy. Stand still and take your lumps. These guys don't want to take their lumps. I'ma die. Thank you, Brawl, for getting in the way again. You are such a vital member of our team. Boom. 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 Boing. Boom. Boom. Oh, I think Barricade heard it. Yeah, the names in this series are kind of silly. A lot of them just sound like they're mashing two words together. Like Megatron, not so much. Oh fuck, no, give me my fusion blast. That's my... Oh yeah, I like this gun. But yeah, Megatron doesn't sound so bad, but like Brawl for a tank, it's literally just a word meaning like you're punching people. And Barricade. Yeah, getting shot at.
Enemy car approaching. Ready to fire.
Mini Autobot.
Resist us.
I just want stuff you're developing here and keeping secret from everybody else. Is that so bad? Boom. Oop. Fucking. Okay, so collision's not this game's strong suit.
No?
Okay, I jumped, and because Brawl was there, I got booted off into the... Because you can't jump on top of these guys. Yeah, I think that'll do for this introductory episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see everybody in the next episode of Transformers.
Stay toasty, my friends.